Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and you are watching TTV News, some latest events in the province. And now come to details. Ladies and gentlemen, on the afternoon of April 25th, in celebration of the 50th anniversary of the liberation of the South and national reunification, Hoa Thanh Thao had a ceremony to hand over gratitude houses and raise solidarity houses to families with meritorious service to the revolution, as well as poor and near-poor households in the area. Attending the event, there were Mr. Nguyễn Mạnh Hùng, Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee and Chairman of the Provincial People Council, and Mr. Võ Đức Trọng, Chairman of the Vietnam Farmland Wrong Committee of the province.
This time, a total of 81 houses were handed over, including the right-to-do houses. It's worth 160 million Vietnam dong for the families with meritorious service to the revolution and relative supporters. And the right solidarity houses is worth 90 million Vietnam dong for the poor and near-poor households classified by the central and provincial standards. Specifically, in the settlement area of Long Thành Nam Commune, 38 right solidarity houses and 3 right-to-do houses also were built. In the resettlement area of Trường Hoa Commune, 35 right solidarity houses were handed over. Additionally, 5 right solidarity houses were given to the household with the land under the Eliminating Temporary and Dilapidated Houses program in Hoa Thanh Thao. On this occasion, a total of 78 of the TVs and electric fans were also gifted to the poor and near-poor households receiving the right solidarity houses. And furthermore, the Vietnam Farmland Wrong Committees of Hoa Thanh Thao presented for 30 gifts set to disadvantaged families in Long Thành Nam Commune. This gift not only help improve the spiritual life of the people, but also serve as a connecting to access information and knowledge and contributing to community development.
In a cheerful atmosphere, nationwide celebrating the 50th anniversary of the liberation and the South and national reunification. On the morning of April 25th, the People Committee of Bến Cầu District held the inauguration ceremony of the Rừng Nhum Revolutionary Space historical and cultural site. Attending the event, there were Mr. Võ Văn Phu, former member of the Party Central Committee and former Secretary of the Tây Ninh Provincial Party Committee, Mr. Trương Nhật Quang, head of the Provincial Party Committee Internal Affairs Commission, and Ms. Nguyễn Thị Xuân Hương, head of the Provincial Party Committee Propaganda and Mass Mobilization Commission. In 2002, Rừng Nhum was officially recognized as the provincial level historical and cultural site. In July 2019, the People Committee of Bến Cầu District approved the investment policy for the restoration and reservation project of the Rừng Nhum District Party Committee base, with a total investment of nearly 9 billion Vietnam dong. After a period of construction, the project was completed on schedule. It's not only an architectural work of cultural and historical value, but also a space for traditional education, a red arrest to nurture patriotism and sense of responsibility among current and future generations. At the inauguration ceremony, Ms. Nguyễn Thị Mai, standing vice chairwoman of the People Committee of Bến Cầu District, expressed her hope that all official party members, soldiers, and residents of the district will continue to preserve, protect, and promote the immense value of this historical and cultural site, contributing to the local development of tourism, economy, and society.
On April the 25th, the Colonel Nguyễn Văn Trải, member of Provincial Party Standing Committee and Director of the Tây Ninh Provincial Palace, led a delegation to visit and present gifts to the 3 policy beneficiary families in Cẩm Giang and Thành Đức communes of Go Dao District, on the occasion of the 50th anniversary of the liberation of the South and the national reunification April 30th. At his visit, Colonel Nguyễn Văn Trải warmly inquired about the family's health and expressed their gratitude for the contributions and sacrifice made by the previous generations in the course of the national liberation and development. He also extended his best wishes for the good health to the warm values and policy families, encouraging them to uphold the revolutionary tradition and continue to contributing to the development of the Ninh province. On this occasion, Colonel Nguyễn Văn Trải presented his family with a gift from the Provincial Party Committee, the People's Council, the People's Committee, and the Vietnam Farmland Wrong Committee of the Ninh province.
It's part of a series of activities celebrating the 50th anniversary of the liberation and the South national reunification and the liberation of the province on April 30. a large-scale exhibition space reaching historical significance and local identity officially opened to the public and visitors on the morning of April 25th. More than just a display and precious photograph and artifact, this exhibition serves as a meeting place of memories, pride, and the development aspiration of the people of TayNin.
The exhibition is organized in the open space of Sung Hong Park from April 25th to May 2nd of 2025 with 50 booths, and these booths are harmoniously arranged, divided into many areas and taking viewers on a journey through the historical periods and the development of the province. The highlight of the exhibition is the display area of historical images and artifacts, preserving vivid traces and the indomitable spirits of the soldiers and civilians during the national liberation. The weapons used from the past until now, including the modern weapons and rudimentary ones that were used during the Southwest and border war, can still be used today. Besides modernizing the forces, the border corps is now equipped with some very modern devices to serve more effectively in their work. Additionally, the agricultural booths bring a new color, reflecting the strong transformation of TayNin after half a century of construction and development. Our agriculture remains extremely diverse and rich, and there's no way we could bring everything here within the limits placed. But this time, we see many products that have been processed, which is a change in agricultural thinking. In the tourism promotion area, with its colorful space, TayNin's distinctive beauty is showcased through prominent tourist attractions such as Banang Mountain, TayNin Cao Dai Holy See, along with the nature exploitation tours, unique cuisine, and the province's outstanding of OCB products. The Department of Culture, Sport and Tourism also introduced the visitors to a new form of tourism, which is virtual tourism with 360-degree technology, and we can stay at home and still learn about the tourist destination in advance. Participants with the pride bringing experiential tours of TayNin with emotional nuances called immersion in nature, and this gave the visitor to TayNin more choices regarding the length of stay, as well as enhancing tourism products in TayNin. It can be said that, although it's only the first day, the exhibition commemorating the 50th anniversary of the liberation of the South of Vietnam, the national reunification and the liberation of TayNin province has brought an impressive historical display space, and this is an opportunity for locals and tourists to clearly feel the province's strong development in various fields. At the same time, it affirms TayNin's positive changes and steady progress, opening up a future of a strong development, creating a solid foundation to join the country in entering a new era, the era of national resurgence.
Recognizing the importance of ideological words, in recent time, party committee at all levels, party organization, ANC, units, and locality across the province have paid special attention to communication efforts. This effort aims to foster high consensus within the party and the political system, as well as public support for the ongoing reform of streamlining the organizational apparatus, enhancing the effectiveness and efficiency of ANC units and organizations within the political system. The province presidency has effectively communicated leadership, direction, and administration activities of the party committee and authority, as well as the achievements of sector, unit, and localities in implementing tasks related to socio-economic development, national defense and security, and party building. They have also widely disseminated information on the implementation results of Resolution Number 18 and on the orientation plans and arrangement for streamlining the organizational apparatus at both central and provincial levels. The propaganda and mass mobilization sector regularly coordinate with relevant authority to monitor the thought and sentiments of official party members and the public. They wrongly identify emerging issues and made recommendations to party committee for leadership, guidance, and timely resolution, preventing any issue from escalating into social hotspots. In addition, the ongoing fight against the distorted and hostile narrative aims at sabotaging the party and state, especially those misrepresenting the policy of streamlining the organizational apparatus on social media, is utterly maintained.
And on the afternoon of April 25th, the 10th Provincial Youth Union Houses Conference to review the 25th Youth Month. Attending the event, there was Mr. Nguyễn Thanh Tùng, Secretary of Provincial Youth Union. With a theme turning youth aspiration, volunteerism, innovation, and creativity in building a prosperous homeland. This year, Youth Month saw youth union organizations across the province implementing the various practical and effective activities, successfully fulfilling 10 of the key set targets. And the entire province mobilized nearly 8 billion Vietnam dong and around 7,500 volunteer work days from young people to carry out a range of meaningful initiatives. And this included donating the house insurance costs, building houses of compulsion and red scarf houses, planting trees, awarding scholarships to the children, supporting startup capital for the youth, and building lightened rural roads, national flag roads, playground for the children, community sports grounds, and launching literacy volunteer teams. At the conference, the Steering Committee for Provincial Youth Development Program and representatives from the Youth Union Organization discussed and reviewed the challenges and limitations encountered during the implementation process, and they also proposed practical measures to better align the future projects and initiatives with the specific needs of local communities.
The greatest miracle is Vietnam today, a nation far exceeding President Ho Chi Minh's dream of being 10 times more beautiful that he longed for and illustrated in his testament. The victory of April 30, 1975 was not only an immense joy for the Vietnamese people, but also a moment of celebration for the entire Cuban revolutionary movement in the world. After the April 30, 1975 event in Havana, leader Fidel went to the South Vietnamese embassy in Havana, had which each official and said, "It is not just Vietnam victory, but also Cuba and all of humanities." The president of the Cuban attitude of friendship with the people expressed admiration and respect for Vietnam's miracle for achieving something extraordinary, reducing poverty from 58% to below 2%, transforming the most heavily bombed land on the planet into an economic bright spot with growth rate among the highest in Asia. Even during the COVID-19 pandemic, when many economies struggles, you maintain your development pace. That's evident of the Vietnamese Communist Party vision. The key to Vietnam's journey from us to a flying dragon lies in the spirit of Royal National Unity, a core value that President Ho Chi Minh led the foundation for the Communist Party of Vietnam has persistently nurtured. The resolution of the 13 Congress of the Communist Party of Vietnam is evidence showing Vietnam's determination to build national unity in not just a slogan, but its realized rule-specific policy for the poor, for any minority, for social justice. Mr. Fernando Gonzalez Lor will lead that today young generation, Vietnamese students studying in Cuba, Cuban youth who love Vietnamese culture, and the massacre who will continue the epic that Commander-in-Chief Fidel Castro and President Ho Chi Minh led the foundation for. To ensure traffic order and safety for people travel during the April 30, May 1st holiday and the peak summer tourism season of 2025, the National Traffic Safety Committee is encouraging citizens to report any shortcomings in traffic order and safety. In TayNinhTV, the Traffic Police Department of the Provincial Police has mobilized its full complement of personnel, vehicle, and professional technical equipment to write down on specific categories of violation: driving under the influence of alcohol, speeding, disobeying traffic signal, failing to stay within the correct lanes, driving against traffic, operating in convoy that obstruct traffic, reckless maneuvers such as swerving or swerving, illegal racing, disturbing public order. The measure aimed to guarantee traffic safety and order in support for the 50th anniversary commemorations of the liberation of the South and national reunification, as well as other political events taking place in the province.
And on April 24, Minister of Home Affairs from the TayNinhTV permanent head of the Standing Committee for the Arrangement and Reorganization of administrative units at all levels and establishment of a two Thai local government model site and issue official dispatch number 5 urging the prompt arrangement of provinces and communes. For the 11 localities not merging at the provincial level, the Standing Committee requests that they urgently complete the dossiers for merging communes and wards and submit them to the Ministry of Home Affairs by May the 1st, and this will allow timely appraisal and submission to the government, which will then present them to the Standing Committee of the National Assembly. Consideration and decision expected before May the 5th. For the 52 provinces and centrally run cities undergoing mergers in this round, the Standing Committee asked the Standing Committee of each provincial party committee and municipal party committee to take the lead in coordinating, consolidating, and gathering the full dossiers and documents and to send them to the Ministry of Home Affairs by May the 1st also. The Ministry of Home Affairs will base its appraisal on the submitted dossiers from all provinces and cities, then complete and draft a unified proposal. This work will be concentrated during the upcoming holiday period of April 30th to May the 4th, 2005, and to ensure the timely submission to the competent authorities for review and decision.
According to data from the Ministry of Education and Training, as of 5 p.m. on April 24, over 1 million candidates nationwide have visually registered to see the 2025 high school graduation examination. Of these, more than 1 million are 12th-grade students under the 2018 General Education Program, accounting for 97.19% of registrants. Nearly 29,000 are free candidates, making up 2.81%. By regulation, registration opened on April 21st and will close at 5 p.m. on April 28th. The 2025 high school graduation exam will be held over 2 days, June 26-27. This year's exam is especially complex. It is the first conducted under the 2018 General Education Program, yet there remain students completing the 2006 curriculum who also wish to graduate, so the Ministry of Education and Training must prepare to separate test paper and timetables. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ao is not only a symbol of pride for Vietnamese women, but also carries with a deeply moving story of resilience and sacrifice during the arduous and 5 years of wartime resistance. Miss Do Hong Pheng, a former student of Trung Vương and Chuyang School, now 93 years old, grew out her year at Trung Vương Middle School and then Chuyang High School. The area were associated with her not only at school but also represented the patriotic spirit of former Trung Vương students. The area accompanied her through unforgettable memories such as the commemoration day for Comrade Trần Văn Ơn, the parade celebrating the unification of the North Vietnam on September 2nd, 1945. Rallies, demonstration, or in resistance and performance where the image of student Pheng in her national area were indispensable. When singing a chorus, we couldn't each wear different colors, so we had to select who would wear which color. Eventually, we settled on learning to wear red, not identical but still red. Suddenly, I thought of styling a yellow purple. I was just thinking of finding something green on the outfit, but when we performed, people said, these girls are Vietnamese, want to reserve to the red line with yellow star. Actually, we hadn't thought of that at all. And here are images of Ao that have accompanied the glorious historical years of the nation, reserved by the Hanoi History Museum, from female students wearing Ao supporting the revolution to female leader donning Ao during important meeting deciding to country's fate. Throughout the resistance year, the Ao were present from city to major region. This is powerful evidence of the patriotic spirit expressed through traditional attire. The graceful, elegant, and familiar beauty display outwardly perhaps reflects gentleness, but deep inside lie an iron will, keen perception, and the brilliant intellect of woman not just in lecture halls or at relays and demonstration, even as me the small fire. That sharpness and intellect of woman related and still spirit for today's younger generation to learn from. Certainly, the image of female students in our year quietly distributing leaflets, volunteering for propaganda, hanging umbrellas with yellow star, contributing to resistance ball, setting up firecrackers, singing the Tiwaka Mass, participating in relays and parades are beautiful images and glorious evidence of the splendid revolutionary era. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today's TTV News. Thank you for watching and see you next time.